Hello, and thank you for accepting our invitation to happiness. I'm Mariko, and I'm here with my two friends.
Hi, I'm Yushi.
Hi, I'm Dylan.
And we're here now with episode 2, which is on the topic, the Creator.
What a grand topic.
Yes.
The Creator. Have you guys ever thought about the Creator? Maybe the things that goes through our mind is he there or not? Does he exist or not?
The chicken and the egg theory.
There you go. But not only that, in this episode, we're gonna be delving in so deeply with so much details that I think it's gonna just blow your mind.
Yep.
Yeah, so this new sutra we talked about in our last episode, the true words spoken by Buddha, it uses this phrase Buddha, but it means more than Shakyamuni Buddha of India. It refers to the Creator, also the Savior. So this sutra encompasses all religions, all people around the world, not just Buddhist people. So to hear more about that sutra, let's watch the next video.
There used to be the light in the great universe. The light is the energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy. And Buddha's energy has made human history.
It was about 100 billion years ago when the plan to create the three-dimensional galactic universe was decided. At that time, I was not yet individualized, but I have memories of back then. 100 billion years ago, when it was decided that this three-dimensional universe would be created, all there was solitude. Time and space did not exist yet. And without time and space, there was no one else to share in the decision and act on it. In this time of solitude, a thought arose. Let there be space. Let there be time. With these thoughts, I too took part in creating this universe during this long, long time of solitude. The universe is, in truth, made not of visible matter, but of invisible matter. What is this invisible matter? It is spiritual. Spiritual matter is what makes up all kinds of things. What is the identity or the true nature of spiritual matter? It is love. This is what I want to teach you. The universe was created out of God's love. There are a variety of life forms, such as human type, animal type, and plant type beings. Living in various galaxies and planetary systems, including Earth. But still, God's love resides in them all. You are a child of God not because you are almighty and all-knowing, or you are invincible, or you can accomplish anything. You are a child of God because love exists within you.
Wow.
What a mind-blowing clip.
Who has a memory of 100 billion years ago? I think I read this in one of Master's books, The Golden Laws. He talks about how he can recollect his memory of how this universe was created because he has the access to the Akashic record.
For me, just listening to it, I kind of felt like you're just being created. It's like such a deep feeling of the beginning or the source, and you feel the love and you think, oh, this is how I was created. I was created with love and intention and, pure preciousness.
Last year in 2019, in one of his lectures, To the Age of New Prosperity, in that lecture, we'll be watching this in the future episodes actually, but Master said that I have 3 sets of eyes. It's an eye as a human being, Ryuho Kawa, living in this physical form. And then the second one is the perspective of him being a savior, a modern day savior. And then the third perspective, it's not on this physical world, but it's the perspective from the spiritual world where I means the creator. The spiritual part of him has been seeing this whole history from the beginning, the very beginning, the creation. So when he says I, ever since that lecture was given, I always check, wait, is this the human Master Okawa talking about this? Or is it like the savior part of him? Or is it that spiritual part of him that's connected to God?
Yeah, so the next clip we're going to watch is actually transcribed into this book called The Laws of Alpha. It was an hour-long lecture, and the transcript is in this book, but the part we're going to watch is about the creation of the history of Earth. So let's watch it.
The plan to create advanced humans on Earth was commenced. Roughly 600 million years ago, various life forms had already started to appear. When it came time to create the first human life on Earth, one option or possibility was to call back the Venusians who immigrated to other stars. However, the main plan was to create human life here on Earth first. A group of souls who no longer possessed physical bodies and had been residing in the Venusian spirit world were brought together to form an enormous ball of light. Then summoned to Earth in that form. The plan was to create from this light human spirits and human bodies appropriate for Earth. While it may seem like an incredibly long time by today's standards, 200 million years were spent carefully planning out and materializing human spirits and human bodies suitable to Earth. Let me explain how it was done so you can visualize it. First, a form of soul appropriate for humans on Earth was designed. Then, as the first experiment on civilization, a few hundred of these human spirits were materialized onto Earth. I think that this happened nearly 400 million years ago. First human spirits who appeared on Earth by materialization did not possess the same physical bodies as we do today. In the beginning, the human body was semi-transparent. I'm not sure how to describe it, but human body-like beings of gelatinous, jellyfish-like material materialized. And appeared on Earth. Then, improvements were made on the physical body. by adding on new attributes essential for the life forms born in the Earth's magnetic field.
地球での適応性があるいろんな要素を加味して
Basically, all kinds of attributes that were suitable for life on Earth were added.
改造を加えていったものです。そういうことでだんだん
In this way, the human body was gradually made suitable for Earth. They were also separated into men and women. The functions were divided in order to create a dualistic world. The assumption was that human spirits, or humans, would gain more fruitful experiences. Surviving, living, and experiencing a dualistic world where there are men and women.
経験を得ることができるであろうということを想定して分けたものです。他の星の
There are planets where men and women are not separated,
男女が分かれてない星もありますので、男性
meaning that those planets only have a single gender.
男女以外の
There are also planets where a third or even fourth gender exists.
第四の性等があるような星もございます。そういうふうな
Humans can be made to be that way.
人類の作り方もあるんですけれども、地球において
But in regards to Earth, the decision was to experiment on civilization by creating dualism.
実験することを考えました。
So, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but wow. And what amazes me, one, is yes, we hear the stories of the Genesis in other religions, but not to this level of concreteness.
It's incredible how he knows not just the history of this earth, but he was also talking about other planets and the eyes of the Creator, as you mentioned earlier. These eyes are so big, they see all things. This is the power of the Creator and the proof of the Creator as well.
Definitely.
And it's interesting to know or think about, why are we here on Earth now, though? And yeah, it's just kind of beautiful to be told these kinds of things so that we can understand each other better.
Not just understand each other better, I'm just gonna piggyback from that, but like you think about your life from a much grander perspective, so like you can look at it much deeper. It like kind of like pops you out from your daily life. What is the purpose of me living here on Earth, on this planet with this kind of history? In the next part of the video we'll be watching, it's the same lecture, The Laws of Alpha, but he will be talking about the principles and the values of this planet Earth. Let's watch it.
そして
By separating humans into men and women,
分けることによってこの分かれた
a principle where the separated attract each other was created.
原理を作りました。この
This principle of mutual attraction is called the principle of love.
と言います。ですから
Originally, a single massive soul was called over from Venus to Earth as a ball of light.
金星から
Then it was separated into men and women on Earth.
大きな魂が高級となって光
The ball of light came as one
ですから
and was split into individual souls.
分けていく歴史であったので分けられたる
So there was a very strong tendency in these souls to reconnect with one another.
が非常に強かったと言えると思いますね。しかしまあ
Nonetheless, the direction I suggested then was to grant unique characteristics to humans.
人類には個性を与えると。それ
Each human being would be given a unique character so that each person could live individually.
しかしながら
However, this doesn't mean that they should live alone.
個別バラバラで生きていってよいのではないと。その中に
Each of them will retain the power to attract one another.
同士引きつけ合う
As an instinct they share from having been one.
であろうと。それが
That's the power of love.
であろうと。個性が
As a result of individualization, humans started to show distinct spiritual and physical differences through the accumulation of experiences.
なってまいりました。その違い
Then, humans began to struggle between their original equality
元なる平等性とそれと個性
and the freedom to be a unique individual.
葛藤が生まれ始めてまいりました。
If everyone remained equal, there would be no progress. By only promoting freedom overemphasizes the difference.
今度は違いの方が強調されすぎてお互いの
To the point that many instances where people could not work together occurred.
起きてくるようになってまいりました。そういうことで
That's why it gradually became necessary to have rules for how humans can live together on Earth,
法則というようなものが必要になって法が
and for the laws or teachings to be preached.
変われる必要がだんだんに出てくるようになったと。またルール作りも
Many rules were made as well.
まいりました。
The religions which spread around the world in later times were originally just the rules that were created for the humans to flourish harmoniously.
にしか他なりません。だからその
More specifically, the meaning of religion was to produce rules
あるルールを作る
that are suitable for each particular region or area.
I'm so happy that the creator gave us all our own individualistic characters.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it must be so painful for all of you if you all had to be like me. Right? And as you can see, we all have totally different personalities, and that's what makes this planet so beautiful.
Human souls came to this planet as one big life form or one big soul energy, and we're split into multiple people. And they have the tendency to reunite with one another, right? So that's where the principle of love comes in.
You know how all religions and like spiritual people, they say love is important or reflecting on yourself is important, faith is important. But those teachings, it's put in a totally different level now since we know how we were created.
You have a piece of God in you. There's like no end to who's right and who's wrong in that sense, the morals, or you know,
I
different
see.
rules and which country is better, what style is better. But when we base it on what's eternal and true and what's equal, essentially, in all of us, then it's infinite how goodness is or how we should be.
And that's why the world is so chaotic right now. We don't know the fundamental traffic rules. But once we know this fundamental traffic rules, again, that means we will finally be able to work constructively towards peace. We're going to be watching a testimony from two of our members who felt the love of the Creator and who found the answers to unanswered questions. Let's watch it.
I would say that happy science is, like, in my opinion, the only place where you can learn the truths about everything, about anything, about your existence. That this is the place where you can really learn what's out there, like what is the greater purpose of life and how God created us. When is He happy? When we are evolving, and just learning why so many genius people or so many enlightened people were born in this earth. Like, it gives you a clear understanding that God never left us alone, that he's always with us, he's always wanting us to evolve, and that's why he sent all those people. And I find that only here I can truly have a clear idea on how that works.
Yeah, I guess my feeling was that I had lots of unanswered questions in my mind. So I'd been brought up in a mostly Christian country, and I really liked the teaching of love from Jesus Christ, but there were some things about Christianity that just didn't add up, or didn't seem to be the complete picture of truth. So I still had unanswered questions, and I was seeking for answers. That's why I was reading a book on Buddhism at the time, that I encountered the laws of the sun. So my feeling at the time was like, wow, this is it. This makes sense. Yeah, and it doesn't conflict with Christianity. And this is the other missing pieces. And this is where we came from. And this is why we are born on this earth. And this is how we're supposed to live. Wow. Yeah, that was my feeling.
Okay.
I want more. Master Kawa's enlightenment's getting higher and higher. and we're receiving new teachings that we never knew before. We can't compare them to something we learned before. It's something new. It's revealed for the first time to humankind. So I truly feel that I haven't completely grasped how great this really is, or this being El Cantare. I don't know if I've completely understood exactly how great this existence is. So I feel there's like something lacking. So I try and do something to deepen my faith or strengthen my faith. So that's a maybe long process, and that keeps me interested and keeps me going. And I think my life would be boring without happy science.
So I completely agree with Brian.
Yes.
Life would be very boring without happy science. You have an understanding of why good things happen and bad things happen. So it's a really like a multiple angle view.
You get this totally new perspective that's not like dogmatic. Like his teachings allows us to freely explore the truth.
All right, so let's watch 2 more lectures of Master, Awakening to the Power of Mercy and the Power to Spread Love.
In the teachings of happy science, integration of all religions is one of our major concepts. This has been our aim from the very beginning of our foundation. Since all religions were derived from one fundamental source, instead of emphasizing differences and fighting over them, we should understand and trust each other more based on the knowing that these teachings come from that same source. The desire to create a new utopia in this way has been a part of our movement from the very beginning. I also talk about how differences in people's race, religion, and culture are sometimes due to their different planets of origin. With a full understanding that these differences exist, we are all born as contemporaries into this soul training ground called Earth, where we develop new lifestyle patterns, civilizations, cultures, and philosophies in an attempt to create ways of thinking, ways of life, value systems, morals, and religion that is right for the people of Earth. It is for this reason that a variety of souls come to Earth. This is not done to cause confusion among humanity. Instead, it is to urge people to awaken to new possibilities by seeing each other's differences. By understanding our differences, we realize that we still have room to change. It is not as though everything was created perfectly out of a uniform mold from the very beginning. Humans were not created all uniformly in a robot factory. People are all born with different intentions and different goals. This is why differences exist in each person's life goal and their life mission. Accepting these differences and understanding other people are also an aspect of love. Happy science was not created to bring confusion or chaos to this world. It was established to explain the existing differences, to help people understand each other, and to live in harmony, thereby creating a great new utopia. The teachings you are given now are neither a rehash nor a compilation of past religions. They go well beyond such things of the past. That is because they are the laws of the beginning and laws of the ending. I will reveal everything. I will reveal everything on the condition that more people in the world believe. That is the condition. It would be possible to reveal everything only when there are more and more believers. If you wish to learn even a single more truth while you are alive,
本当のことを知りたいと思うのであるならばどうか
please make new fellow members.
皆さんは
The truth is that who you are is being revealed to you
初めて
for the first time in history.
明らかにされようとしているんですよ。
We're learning for the first time who we are, is what Master Okawa just said. Moreover, it's not just like who we are on the surface, but it's who we were, who we've always been. It's the eternal part of ourselves. That's our Buddha nature, or our divine nature.
So, we're here in New York Temple, really close by walking distance, there's World Trade Center. When 9/11 occurred, there was a famous professor who wrote that this is the reason why I don't believe in religion. But now I want to say to that professor and to all the people in the world who may have thought like that, now is the reason why we need to know happy science.
It's like a religion for the future. It brings us into the future, into an ideal future. Who would be the savior now is someone that can do that. And that's by understanding our beginnings, our differences, and our commonalities, and what makes us human, what makes us children of God. And
So we really invite you to come to this temple, get these books, and take a read. It's so fantastic. So we really hope to see you here at our temples.
If you would like to learn more about Okawa and the teachings of happy science, visit invitationtohappiness.org or call us at 929-323-4737.
so once again, thank you for accepting our invitation to happiness. In our next episode, we'll be exploring the topic of exorcism.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
It's going to be a very interesting topic. I cannot wait.
Yes, you don't want to miss it. So see you next time.